are in another country or you're on the coast, it doesn't matter. You can sign up for this cam. Right now, I want to hand this off to your host of the night. Please put your hands together for Ali Kareem.
Assalamu alaikum. What's up, guys? How's everyone?
Another country or you're on the coast, it doesn't matter.
Sure you can't hear me right now. My name is Ali Kareem. Just to give you a little background about myself, my name is Ali Kareem. I'll be your host tonight. I'm
Ali Kareem.
Originally from Iraq, born and raised in Baghdad.
Assalamu alaikum. What's up, guys? How's everyone?
You good? Nobody on this thing from Baghdad.
You can't hear me right now.
I'll tell you a little story, just to let you know who I am. I worked as an interpreter for the U.S. military.
I'll be your host tonight.
And only been in the States for 6.5 years now.
Born and raised in Baghdad.
But yeah, before that, I was working for the U.S. military. I signed up when I was 18.
Nobody on this
and it was crazy, man. It was
hear me right now.
It was really best time of my life. And,
I'll tell you a little story.
Some of the worst time, but
just to let you know who I am.
They don't tell you this. When you get hired, you just go and you take the test and you pass, and they're like, all right, 2 in the morning, they come and wake you up, and they're like, you ready? It's like, okay. And they put you on the Black Hawk, and they just fly you from Baghdad to Camp Fallujah. I was not aware of that.
It was crazy,
so
man.
the first time in a Black Hawk,
it's really
it's
best
scary.
time of my life.
And then I start hearing shooting. It's like, they don't tell you this. I'm telling you, I had to take a shower after you passed, and they're like, all right. I did in the morning. They come and wake you up, and they're like, "You're ready." I didn't shit myself or anything. I was just sweating a lot.
Black
but fly you from Baghdad. They, I get there and they put me with this interpreter. His name was Jim, and we had to go by nicknames so people don't, know us and recognize us because we're still from there, working with the U.S. military.
I'm telling you,
and I had to take a shower after. Yeah, so they put me with this guy named Jim. Jim was a nice guy. The only odd thing about him, he had all these scratches on his face, and I was like, "Hey, man, what's up with the scratches?" And he said the previous roommate was having a nightmare. I guess the guy was having a nightmare about getting his head chopped off, and
we're still from there.
He was making all kind of noises. So Jim trying to wake him up, and then he attacked Jim. I just wanted you to know who Jim was. That's all. Jim is a good guy, and I was like, hey man. But after a while, they stopped.
And he said the previous roommate was having.
They stopped flying us from Camp Fallujah to Baghdad, and from Baghdad to Camp Fallujah. So they were like, hey man, you can just go to the gate and maybe take a taxi. I looked at him. I'm like, this ain't New York, motherfucker. Like, I can't just walk outside, from a U.S. military base and stop the first taxi and be like, excuse me, sir, can you take me to the nearest place where they can put me on YouTube? That's a beheading joke. I don't know if you got that or not. So I was really paranoid about it, And Jim was like, you know what, man? I'll just drive you. I'll take my vacation at the same time, or take my leave at the same time, and I'll just drive you. I was like, all right. So, we early in the morning, get in the car, we leave. And when you leave Camp Fallujah, you're pretty much like seen by the, locals nearby and stuff. And on the interstate, it was, this damage from bombing and stuff. You guys call them potholes over here. I hit a pothole. I hit an IED on my way to work today.
Early in the morning,
that's what I call them. Flashbacks, bro. Flashbacks.
By the, locals
nearby. But no, so Jim came to a complete stop.
Interstate, it was,
and because trying to avoid all these big potholes, and a bunch of people with AKs and masks, they rushed us, and they dragged us out of the car, and they were like, "You work for Americans? You work for Americans?" I was like, "No." And some dude in the background was like, bullshit. So they kept like, they poked me with a gun. They're like, you work for Americans, you work for Americans. And I looked at Jim, and at one point you have to fight for your right to stay alive. Okay. So I looked at Jim, and as soon as the guy touched me, I turned around and I woke the fuck up, you guys. And it was Jim waking me up. I stabbed him 3 times. Jim was a good roommate.
To stay alive. Okay.
Yeah.
So I looked at Jim,
And
the guy touched me.
so this is very simple. We're gonna have fun.
The fuck up, you guys.
If you're watching this, please comment, or just let these comics know how they're doing. This is a tough time, and all they want to do is practice their jokes. I'm sure they already masturbated like 100 times. All the men, of course. My apologies, ladies. You had to hear that. But yeah, so
Jim,
the Backline would like to give a special thank you to Taylor, Carrot,
this is very simple.
Brad,
We're gonna have fun. The fuck up, you guys.
Menes, I can't
If you're
pronounce,
watching
Anna,
this, please comment,
Mark,
or, just
Millie,
let these
and
comics
Price.
know how they're
Thank
doing.
you, guys.
This is a tough time. And all they want to do is practice their jokes. I'm
the
sure
Backline
they masturbated
at
like
this
100
time.
times. All the men, of course. My apologies, ladies. You had to hear that.
If you this is all for local.
Yeah. So
local artists and really just supporting this and supporting the Backline.
thank you
if you want to donate or anything, or if you share this, make sure you put hashtag Mike or hashtag open mic, and you can type in the Backline improv at google.com, and that would be PayPal, Venmo, all the fun stuff. So thank you. We have about 13 to 14 comedians tonight, and they all gonna practice on their jokes. And let me tell you something, man. Make me laugh, all right? Because if you make me laugh, nobody else matters, all right? I'm a tough crowd. So this first guy coming up, man, he's one of my favorite. This dude is doing big things. Before the virus, when we used to go outside, this dude is really funny, very, very funny. He always invite me to shows and stuff, and I appreciate that. But please give a warm welcome for Brandon Q.
Hey, thank you, Ali. I really appreciate that, my man. Give it up for Ali Kareem, everybody. Make some noise. Hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah, we're going to have a good time tonight. We are going to have as good a time as Ali's friend Jim had. So I want to take this opportunity. Speaking of Ali, by the way, my neighbor, he's like the Muhammad Ali of farts. Like he's the Muhammad Ali of flatulence. This guy comes over to my house and sits on my couch. I really appreciate it. Lets him rip. And he leaves and the couch still smells. He's like, I call him gaseous clay. Hilarious. Yeah, we're gonna I've also brought him here. He made an appearance last week. We were actually with a microphone in front of us, but no neighbor tonight. You just get me for a solid 4 minutes left. I wanted to get some stuff off my chest this evening, off of my flat chest. The reason it's flat, I'm frustrated with workouts, and I think this quarantine has helped bring that to the forefront because I'm not able to get in my lifts, but I don't know what it is. If there's anybody out there, I need some tips on what you do from some of you that are looking good, like Matt Wedlock. I know he's a yoga master. He's coming up here. I need to get some tips because it's not working for me. I've been busting my butt, working out freaking 6 days a week, taking that one rest day. You got to rest. I meet with a nutritionist every other month. I track every single calorie that goes into my body, counting all the carbs. I'm doing all that dumb shit, working out 2 hours per day, 6 days a week, and I'm not getting the results that I want. It's ridiculous. And I think the problem is, I think I'm going to the wrong gym. I'm going to Planet Fitness. I think I got to change. I need to be going to these CrossFit gyms because those guys, they all look so good. They're all having sex with each other. It's ridiculous that I don't know, but they sucked me in with the billboard that said no commitments, and I'm like, going to a gym. Why do I need to be committed? So sign me up for whatever it is, $1 a month or $10 a month. That's what I need is Planet Fitness. But you know, I guess they say you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And so I guess I'm like a 70-year-old that wears jeans and walks on the treadmill for 2 hours. Which also during the quarantine, I think it's probably a good thing that those guys maybe aren't allowed to go to the gym. They're the high risk category. But I don't know. It's not working for me. And I got to surround myself with like stronger people or something. But yeah, I don't know. CrossFit's the way to go. I guess my message here, what I'm thinking is, it's like I can't quit. I just got to keep trying. What's it? Winston Churchill said, never, never, never give up. So I'm not going to quit, but I don't know. It's like, what do I have to show for all this work? I have a muffin top and a hemorrhoid that's the size of a blueberry. That's what I have to show for it right now. Which it sounds delicious, but you wouldn't want to eat that, you know, because of the carbs. Hemorrhoids. That, I don't know, if you've experienced a hemorrhoid, that is probably the worst pain that you could experience. That's the worst pain I've ever experienced. Just sitting down right now, and especially during this quarantine, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Just walk around my house all day? I can't do that. So I'm sitting on my ass, feeling the irritation. It's like you want to itch and you want to scratch. You can't do that. So I'm trying everything now. Preparation H, the tuck swipes. I even took a sitz bath, which you can't see this right now, but I'm 6'8". So me sitting in my little tub, it looked very strange, especially as my dogs are sitting there like looking at me in the tub in this tepid, lukewarm water, because I couldn't even get the water to be very hot. My water heater doesn't work very well. So I'm trying everything. So that's why I guess what this is a call to action. If you've got tips for me as far as how to get rid of this hemorrhoid, I think I'm considering going to a doctor, but I don't want him to like look in my butthole. I'm a little self-conscious about that. Not self-conscious about talking about it, because this is the open mic. So we got to be able to share these things, but I'm worried that I don't know what he's going to see in there, but I've never had anybody look in my butthole before. I don't think anybody ever has seen inside my butthole. Maybe my mom. I guess probably my mom is probably the only person out of 7 billion people on this planet. She's got to be the only one. I've never seen in there. So I'm a little reluctant to let some doctor see there. I don't know, man. I don't know. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for tips on how to improve my physical fitness and how to get. That's all I got. I'll turn it back to you. Ali, thanks, man.
All right, hemorrhoids. Oh yeah, dude. You know, I went to the doctor the other day, and I don't know why, but he's like, he was this doctor, and he's like, hey, you have to get your prostate checked. I was like, at this age? He's like, yeah. So he's like, he put on the gloves, you know, and he looked at me, you know, he has a little bit of an accent. He's like, this is going to be weird. And I bend over, and he's like, you feel anything? And he put both hands on my shoulder. Ha 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 ha. Oh my God. This next lady, she probably needs a prostate check. Give it up for Trish Sullivan.
Well, I was going to say thanks, Ali, but go fuck yourself. Hey, I'm Trish. I'm in Chicago, and I'm on day 18 of shelter in place. So my agoraphobia has kicked in completely, and I may never leave my apartment again. So thank God for Zoom mics. I used to live in Omaha. I lived there for about 3 years. I moved back last June. And I didn't move back into Chicago. I moved into a suburb just north of Chicago called Evanston. And, you know, when I lived in Omaha, I never really felt like I fit in there because, you know, I'm a Chicago girl and I'm a city girl. And even though it's a city, a lot of Omaha is pretty much rural. So then I moved back here. I moved into Evanston, and I don't really think I fit in here that well either. Most of the women around my age are they're the long gray hair and a ponytail, yoga pants wearing Earth Mother type. And that's really not me. I'm more of the do not go gentle into this good night kind of person. So anyhow, not doing that. So I'm really happy that when I was dating, it was before dating apps and before online dating in any form. I met people, and my friends met people the way God intended: drunk in a bar, drunk at a party, drunk on the bus stop, drunk at work. I think you can see the pattern. But the best part about being my age and having dated back in the day is that nobody sent us dick pics. We did not have to deal with that. Now, it's not because the technology didn't exist. It did. It was called a Polaroid camera, and a guy would just he could have just taken a camera and held it up like this, and adjusted the angle, taken the shot. But the film cost $1 a piece for every picture. So it was that would be like $20 now. And I think that guys, if they had to pay $20 to take a dick pic, we wouldn't see any more dick pics. And if you're gonna pay $20, you might as well hire a professional, right? But if you're getting professional headshots, is it really personal? I don't think so. And if a dick pic isn't personal, honestly, what good is it? Where's the value? I don't know. I think that's hilarious. I hope you do too. I'm gonna do one more joke and then I'm gonna get out of here, I think, Ali. So, here in Chicago, we've been in shelter in place for a couple of weeks now, and crime rate's gone way down in general, which is good. People are afraid to get too close to you on the street. They're afraid to break into your house because you're probably home. That's all good. But I think in about 6 months, when the dust is settled and this is all cleared, we're going to start seeing a lot of indictments for really complicated financial white collar crimes. Because I'm telling you, when you lock up old white guys who have a lot of money and nothing to do for 6 months, they're just going to get themselves in trouble. I'm Trish. Stay safe.
Oh my God, give it up for Trish, man. She had me rolling with the dick pics. Oh my God, man. You think they drew a dick pic back when she was dating? You have to mute it, Trish. You have to mute it. I love you. Okay. I had the best time with her in Chicago, man. It was really fun before the coronavirus hit. This next guy probably he looks like he fucking have corona. But he's very funny, and pray for him to stay alive. Give it up for Jeremy Plum.
Hi. No, I'm not sick. I actually feel like the healthiest I've ever been, which is sad and scary at the same time. But speaking of sick, I'm also just going to retool a bunch of old jokes. I'll be more honest than I should about this set. I'm just retooling old jokes and seeing how they fit. But I actually have OCD, and it's really hard when I'm saying I have OCD during a set, because when I say that, the audience usually looks at me a very specific way, and they expect certain things from me. They expect me to, obsess about even numbers, or have my room clean, or host Deal or No Deal, and that's not it. I just, I worry if I'm a good person. So I apologize a lot. I try and do good things so I can feel some sort of sense of reconciliation. So I'm Catholic, and I grew up Catholic because I wanted to devote my body and my soul to a higher power that had the answers that I didn't have, which is just a fancy city talk way of saying I cried when I jacked off till I was like 21, almost 26 now. Now I just tear up. And when it's coming to this virus, I'm hearing a lot of people compare it to like a zombie apocalypse. And I can see that, but this is like a zombie apocalypse if the zombies got on Facebook and said that the rest of us were getting red pilled. It's scary, but like in a different way, And there's no transitions because this is a fucking open mic. So I love acting. I think it's one of the first things that got me really passionate about comedy because I wanted to be like the silver screen actors I saw as a kid. You know, I wanted to be like Gene Wilder or George Carlin or even Robin Williams. You know, that and Dead. Side note, that's actually one of the first jokes I ever wrote. I did it at a club in Omaha called the Shark Club Lounge, and I was performing it. And a guy stands up behind, in the back of the crowd, and yells, "Hey, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, so have at it." And that was my first suicide recommendation after a joke, and I was pissed because I had said that joke to family and friends, and they weren't nearly as supportive as that guy was. Anyways, off topic. So I got the chance when I was a junior in high school to audition for the spring musical. And I auditioned because I loved musicals, and also I got to get out of class. And the class I got out of was sex ed, because even then I knew I wasn't going to need this. So I went and I did the audition, and I nailed it. And I got the lead title role in our production of The Wiz, which is weird. That's like it's weird in like a cosmic irony type of way, you know. It's like getting that dog you always wanted for Christmas, but your parents forgot to put air holes in the box, you know. And for those who may not know, the reason why it's kind of weird or kind of crazy was for two different reasons. One, The Wiz is famously, oh, it's dark. Oof. I can't read that, so whatever it is, Ali, I hope it's not flattering towards me at all. That would ruin my self-confidence. The dark. Okay. The reason why it's upsetting is not upset. It's weird. Was for two reasons. The Wiz was famously an all African American retelling of The Wizard of Oz, and I am famously an all white me. And the second thing is, I went to a school of just 300 students, and only 11 of them were white. So it would have my school would have had to have worked very, very hard to put on an all-white production of The Wiz, and they did, because that's what we created. Which leads to my first and only question about that production that ever happened, which was, why not just call it The Wizard of Oz at that point? At that point, it's just The Wizard of Oz. And you guys want to know what it's like performing an all-white production of The Wiz? I would too, because shortly after that, my school shut down and kicked everyone out of the school for racking up $7 million in debt in 3 years. I never got to finish the rest of the school year there. And even worse, the news never got to hear about that play. But I think today I got that acting experience, you know? I'm awkwardly performing in front of a disinterested audience. I'm stammering, and my parents aren't here to watch it. So I think I really, really nailed the high school acting experience. So thank you guys, and have a great night. Ali, back to you.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. Oh my God. So we're gonna keep this going. Hopefully everyone is having fun. This next guy coming up, this guy is what makes this all possible. He's the owner of the Backline, and so yeah, coming up to the camera is Dylan Rohde. Dylan, hit it.
Hey, thank you for checking in. I'm doing this from here at the Backline. It's probably a little echoey, and I apologize. Right now, I want to talk about something that this whole virus is messing up for my whole year. 4.5 years ago, I made a promise to myself to go to a new country every year for 5 years. That was my 5-year plan. And I did it 4 years. And now this year, travel is banned everywhere to go anywhere. I'm sure there's still going to be an option throughout this year. This definitely threw a huge wrench in my plans. So I had to find some way to go to a place this year. Because I don't feel like I talk about myself too much. I'm going to talk about my travel a little bit, things that I've experienced. one of my favorite places, the thing that kicked this all off was going to Australia. And I was always so afraid of spiders or snakes or sharks. And I just happened to go, I got invited to go in their winter time. I had no idea that that was a thing. So they have a winter in Australia. It even kind of snowed while I was there. And I could go swim in the ocean with no sharks, no jellyfish. I could walk in the grass with no spiders or snakes. Everything was gone. So anyways, just want to throw that little advice if you want to go do that. I went to Melbourne, something called Melbourne. And I saw the Batman Bridge, which, in case you're wondering, I didn't see any Batmans, didn't see any bats. They say it's pronounced Bateman, but it's B-A-T-M-A-N. But I also didn't see Jason Bateman at that bridge. So this town's a little bit of a letdown, but otherwise pretty cool. I went to Montreal, Canada, which surprisingly was like the most rude to me for being American than any other country. They hated me. I didn't expect everyone to speak French, and I felt very unwanted. Of course, this was only a year or two ago, so the Trump era, but hey, fuck it. I also went to Mexico, but I just went to, because it's like my goal to go to a country, I didn't set any other boundaries, so I was going to go to Juarez. I had to go to Mexico, so I was like, well, I'll just go down to Juarez because it's right there on the border, and then I'll just see what's there. I'm sure there's something cool to do there, and then I'll just keep driving on to LA. Very quickly, they were like, do not drive your car into Juarez. So we walked, me and a friend, we walked into Juarez. We made it about 3 blocks, and there was a bar. We went in, we got a beer, realized that was all the money we had in cash, and we're pretty freaked out to like get our wallet out and go to an ATM. So we just walked right back into the United States. That was my trip to Juarez, the shortest visit I've ever had to any country. Probably go visit Mexico again. Juarez was not a vacation spot. What else did I hit up? Oh, Taiwan recently, which I got. A lot of people said stinky tofu, which tastes better than good smelling tofu. So if you're wondering what tastes better, the stinkier the better. In America, I want to talk about some other cities that I've also visited. One of them being Daytona Beach, Florida. If you've ever been to Florida, Daytona Beach is like the beach version of what people make fun of Florida for. Very redneck. I was so bored there and at the beach, I went to a bowling alley by myself while I was in Florida. Austin, Texas. Super kind of hipster, as everyone knows. I went to a vegan breakfast place and I got pancakes because I'm not a vegan, so I was like, I'll eat pancakes. And then they had this thing that looked like syrup, so I poured on there. It was balsamic vinegar because for some reason they put that next to where you'd get your pancakes. And then got all mad that I wanted new ones and I didn't want to eat the ones with balsamic vinegar on them. Let's see. What else do I want to mention here? I think that's pretty close to my time. I do want to. Oh, you know what? 2 other things real quick, because I spent a lot of time in South Dakota. If you go to Mount Rushmore, if you go behind them, like directly behind them, there's a rock that's shaped like a dick. It's like a big old rock. No one ever talks about it, or not enough people talk about it. Go to the dick that's behind Mount Rushmore. Also, Mardi Gras. I was in Mardi Gras, New Orleans for Mardi Gras this year, which is like not only really fun, but it turns out pretty deadly. A lot of coronavirus spread there. I think I missed it. Maybe, who knows? But if you go to Deadwood, South Dakota on Mardi Gras, they also have a redneck Mardi Gras, which is pretty fun. It's just a bunch of country people in like tight blue jeans doing a square dance all night, but like they pack the streets. It's a lot of fun. And that is me talking about going places. Give it up for Ollie Cream.
All right. Let me see. Zach, Zach, are you here? Zach Miller. So, Zach, I guess Zach is not here. This next guy coming up, he's one of my favorites, man. This guy cracks me up every time. Give it up for Jay Isaiah Smith.
I'm on. I'm good. Keep him straight. All right, bet. Oh man, I did not know I was going next. I wasn't ready. Thank you, Ali. I appreciate it, man. I'm happy to be here. At home. I'm a hermit, so I don't really fucking like going places. But I know you've probably heard a lot of comedians open their sets like this, but I'm pissed off, man. I'm very pissed off. I recently just moved into a 1-bedroom apartment. My name is the only one on the lease. I'm very happy about that. It's just me. But I wouldn't necessarily say that I live alone. I have a mice problem. The problem isn't necessarily the mice. Like, I don't mind them being around and shit. They just don't know how to sew clothes, Like, I feel like if these niggas gonna be like, living under my roof, they need to pull their fucking weight. I don't think like Cinderella would have like let these motherfuckers like hang out in her like attic or some shit. It's like they didn't have any special skills, But so I try to hold them to the same standard. I feel like I don't know. I feel like when like Cinderella met these mice, though, it was a little bit different. It was a different time period. You know what I mean? So these niggas came through the floorboards. They was running across. She's like, "Oh shit, mice!" And she picks up a letter to call the exterminator. You know what I mean? And the mice see her, and they're like, "The fuck? She about to write a letter to the exterminator? We can't have this shit." Hey, yo, Gus, grab that sewing kit, nigga. We finna rock this bitch's mind. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But my mice are different, man. My mice are fucking different. My mice don't give a fuck about me. I woke up one morning at 6 a.m. Because these niggas wanted to watch Tom and Jerry. I like to wake up at 8 a.m., okay? I work at 9, so I like to wake up at 8 a.m. These niggas woke me up. I came out the room. I was furious, man. I was upset, man. They're sitting there watching TV. Somehow they managed to move the mouse trap that I had put on top of the remote. It's like, how the fuck they do that shit? Now I look over at the fucking cheese on top of my ripped pair of pants that they were supposed to be sewing, and they ain't do shit, man. So I'm very upset with them fucking mice. I gave them an ultimatum. I told them they need to get their fucking act together. If they don't get their fucking act together, they're out of my fucking crib by Saturday. And if they're not out, I'm gonna exterminate them. You ever read that book, that mouse book? It's about like World War II Germany, but like all the Jews are played by mice. That's gonna be my fucking apartment this weekend if them niggas don't get their shit together. Yeah, best believe there's gas chamber for all them hoes. Speaking of Germany, I'm a germaphobe. Yeah, sorry, that segue sucks. I'm a big germaphobe, man. I'm always cleaning my apartment because of this, man. It's always like dirty. It's always like something. There's always something I can clean, and I like to get everything down to the last speck of dust. The only issue with this is that my vacuum cleaner is broken, man. Like this shit does everything except suck up dirt, man. Like I came home the other day, go to snicker dishes. It's like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of my kitchen, nigga. See, eat this carpet's ass or something, man. What you doing, man? Yeah, it still does that, man. I haven't got it fixed yet. And I was telling one of my homies about it. I'm like, bro, I need to get a new vacuum cleaner, man. I gotta get a new vacuum cleaner. But my homies, see, they're good friends, but like they like to inspire me to do things, but their approach is off. Like I was telling about my vacuum cleaner, like, bro, my vacuum cleaner's broken. You know what I mean? I got to get a new one. It's like, yeah, just go ahead and get one. And I was like, well, I can't right now because all the quarantine shit going on. Cleaning supplies are in short supply, so it's been hard to find vacuum cleaners in stores. And he was like, nah, that ain't what I mean. See, you just looking in the wrong places. Then he put a ski mask down over his face. I said, nigga, I didn't even know that shit was on top of his head the whole time, man. Shit blew my fucking mind, bro. I actually think I'm running out of time. I got like probably 30 seconds or some shit, right? What, 1 minute? I got 1 minute? I bet. I got a couple one-liner jokes I can throw out. Before I wore glasses, man, I was extremely lacking in empathy. I didn't know why this was. I like for all my life, people would tell me how they felt, you know, and I just couldn't relate. You know what I mean? Dead grandma, dad has cancer. Shit just didn't get to me. And then one of my homies was like, "Bro, you need to get your shit together, man. Get you a pair of glasses." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Cause you're not seeing everything. You can't see where everybody's coming from." So I got a pair of glasses, and yeah, that was shit hooked me up, man. Now ever since then, I've been the nicest fucking person you ever met. Look, man, I'm pretty sure that's my time, so I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna check you later. Let me pass it over to Ali, your host, man. Peace out.
Yo, good job, dude. Give it up for Jay Azia. Keep the comments going. Who is this Mad Jones? Hoop Mad Jones. Hoop Mad Jones. Yo, keep it up. Keep it up. Let these comics know how they're feeling. This next guy, he's a good friend of mine. He's very funny. Please put your hands together for Zach.
Yo. Is it on? Is it working? I feel like one of those grandmas. You know what I mean? Can you see me through the FaceTime? No. Fuck, I'm gonna put my headphones in. Here's my armpit. Okay, when someone asks, sorry, I'm reading the comments. When someone that's ugly, you say they're nice. But what do you say about a baby that's ugly? Because they don't have a personality yet. Like, oh, they look just like you. That's what I thought when I saw Drake's baby, because the baby's ugly as fuck. But one liner that I got to get out there for you. The other day, I'm masturbating like you do when you're in quarantine. And right when I'm about to come, I look at the name of the production company of the porn that I'm spanking it to. Dog Fart Network. That is the real name. Dog Fart Network. Can't make that shit up. So, for all those that are going to go look up Dog Fart Network later, you're welcome. No, man, but the few minutes I have here, been thinking a lot about my ex lately, how she broke my heart. So I wrote a little song for you guys to enjoy. It's called Things I'd Rather Do, and it's all the things I'd rather do than see my ex-girlfriend again. So here you go. These are the things I would rather do than spend another fucking second with you. Broke my heart when you said we're through. So here's a list of things I'd rather do. Open an account up at Wells Fargo. Go with Kevin Spacey to Key Largo. Have to listen to my parents banging. Go investigate the Epstein hanging. Grill a baby in a barbecue. Shower in the Penn State locker room. Work my whole damn life at Hobby Lobby. Get a funny drink with old Bill Cosby. Choke on Trump's old orange leathery hog. Reincarnate as a Michael Vick dog. Post my nudes on my mom's Facebook page. Be a kid trapped in an immigrant cage. Poor kids. Rub my face in a homeless guy's poop. Get corona from some fresh bat soup. Die a virgin, couldn't get no action. Be a kid round Mr. Michael Jackson. Get my dick blown off in active duty. Try and get cast in a Weinstein movie. Make some phones in a sweatshop in China. Take a lick on Caitlyn Jenner's vagina. Not because she's old. Or not because she's trans, because she's old. All right, that's my time. Ollie's telling me to get the fuck off, so I'm done. Bye.
Look at you go, Zach. Look at you go. Hello. All right. This next guy coming up, man. This dude, I don't even know why he's going on live. This dude is fucking wanted in this state. He left his car in the parking lot and he just fucking disappeared. And now he's just naked in New York. Or where are you? California? All right. He's in Barcelona. Stay at home, motherfucker. Give it up for Matt Wedlock.
Woo! Yay! Can you hear me? I'm in Baltimore. Thanks for taking your time out from filming The Eternals to host this open mic, Kumail. Brandon, Q, I had something for you, and it's something you can do at any gym. You can do it at Gold's Gym. You can do it at Planet Fitness. It's going to help with your fitness. Steroids. Every single one of them. Do all the steroids. Dude, with all these press conferences that are going on right now, it's annoying, but I'm happy there's finally a politician who's shooting it straight, and that's Joe Exotic. I don't know if you've been watching these video messages, but they're great, and we'll get back to him in a second. And I think you can agree that whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, that Carol Baskin killed her fucking husband and fed him to the tigers. So coronavirus is going on. I went and got tested yesterday, which I think was stupid of me because they brought me into a room that they had just tested 5 other people in. And so whether I test negative or positive, I for sure fucking have it now because I went to a room with 4 other people who were getting tested for coronavirus. Cool thing, found out something great. How to get a lot of hits on Tinder. You just got to change your bio to tested negative for coronavirus, and chicks fucking dig it. I'm sure dudes dig it too. Nobody wants to be fucking hitting coronavirus, hitting that coronavirus D. I did yoga I did some video yoga. Oh, first of all, this is the worst part of my day. My milk froze today. It's not frozen now, but it was frozen. I'll have you know. I did yoga on a Zoom class, and I knew that yoga made you fart, but I didn't know how much it made me fart. It was fucking insane in here. I realized I've been holding it in like the entire class because there's, chicks around, man. So I can't be farting. Chicks hate farts. The only chicks that like farts, yoga teachers. You bust one in class, they're like, everybody inhale. So back to the video message. I was reading, I was watching on YouTube, fucking Joe Exotic, and I just want to give you guys a quick video message from my buddy Joe. Joe, can you come over here real quick? Hi. This is video message number 29, and it goes out to all the president candidates and American citizens. Let me start out by saying I'm in no way threatening the animal inspectors, the federal government, or agents of the U.S. government, or Carol Baskins. I am allowed to carry this firearm, and I'm licensed in the great state of Oklahoma. Now, everybody knows Carol Baskin killed, by the way, she's a fucking cunt, okay? Carol Baskin is a fucking cunt, and she done fed her husband, Tom Lewis, to the tigers. Here's my Carol impression. I couldn't have fed him to the tigers. Have you seen the meat grinder? You can barely fit a human hand in there. Carol, you fucking bitch, I'm gonna ruin you. Maldonado, you little Mexican meatwad, bring me my mass pie. That's about all I got, but that was a perfect fucking Joe Exotic impression. Thank you. Spread that around. Goodbye. I'm
All
in
right.
prison. Go fund me.
All right. This guy lives in Baltimore. I don't even understand what he's saying. He's talking with a Baltimore accent.
That was an
Aaron,
Oklahoma accent.
Aaron, and Iron, Aaron. Aaron, and Iron. You ever seen that video about Baltimore? Like Aaron, and Iron. Aaron earned and Iron earned. No? All right. Well, this next person, this is the first time seeing her. I'm gonna butcher her name, so apologies ahead, but I'm gonna try to pronounce it, okay? Is Feral Pearson? All right.
You're close, man. Oh my God. So, hang on. We're trying to figure out what that sound is. Someone's trying to call me. Who knows who? Yeah, so my name is Ferial, or if you come from my country, you say Ferial. So when when I first met my husband, I was like, it's Ferial, like Ariel with an F. And he was like, oh, so Fermaid. And I was like, dude, I come from my hairy people, but you don't get to call me Fermaid. And then I married him, and he still calls me Fermaid. So yeah, I'm from Kenya, which is in East Africa. For those of you who are like, well, she's not dark enough to be from Africa. There are many people of many colors in Africa. I'm also what we call a Muslim or a Muslim. It's some weird, like, I don't know, hybrid species that people think we are. And my family is partly from India. And so I've been in the United States about half my life now. I came when I was 19. I'm 42 next month. I can't wait to be 42. I've never been 42 before. People are like, how do you look so young? Well, the secret is chubby cheeks and racism. So y'all try it, it'll help you. But I was thinking about, missing home a lot. And I was thinking about what makes me happy. And I was thinking about like how to learn this culture. So I married a white dude, not for this reason, but he's my cultural broker. But sometimes even he doesn't understand what's happening, because I was trying to figure out like what the American aunties were saying. So just so y'all know, Indian aunties are very different from American aunties. I'm about to tell you how to translate what's happening. So Indian aunties are like super direct. They're brutally honest. And American aunties are very passive aggressive, So like sometimes like an Indian auntie they'll look at you and they'll be like, you're becoming so fat, right? Whereas the American auntie will wait until you're ordering a salad in a restaurant and they'll be like, good for you. And so that they're like, you're fat, but they're not going to say it like the Indian auntie. The other thing is that Indian aunties, whenever they speak, they do the head waggle. And then American aunties, they do this like little head tilt and they smile, right? So like my Indian auntie would be like, shut up. And an American auntie would be like, bless your heart. Or an Indian auntie would be like, you've become so pretty. And then the American auntie would be like, did you do something different with your hair? But I figured out that when American aunties get older, they become a lot more like Indian aunties, because like the filter goes away. And so they start becoming more honest. Like there was one who was like, she met me, she was an older lady, and she looks at me, she's like, oh, you're so exotic looking. She did the little head tilt, but then she was like, do your kind get gray hair? And I was like, we don't live long enough to find out. And she was just like, oh. And then she moved away. But I was like, that was direct for an American auntie, But I realized when I was in America how much I miss the Indian accent, and the Indian accent always makes me feel better. I'm not sure why. I think it just sounds jollier. Like when you're saying hello in American English, you're like hello or hi. But then when it's an Indian person saying it, they're like hello. Like how do you be sad when someone's like hello? And so my friend Gail died. That's not the funny part. But Gail died all of a sudden. She was a feisty, wonderful woman, and she went in for routine surgery. And you know how they're like, you have only 5% of people die, and she was like one of those 5% people. So I was really depressed, and I thought, okay, I'm going to cheer myself up by going shopping. I was going to buy this couch I had my eye on. I'm going to go shopping, and I'm going to do the whole shopping experience in an Indian accent. And so I went to this big box store, to go buy this couch that I had my eye on. And I went up to the manager and I was like, hello. And I did the head waggle and I was like, I would like to purchase your couch. And poor dude didn't understand what I was saying. He was like, sorry, what? And I was like, I would like to purchase your couch. And he was like, ma'am, I don't understand what you're saying. And so I like pulled his hand a little bit and started pointing at the couches. And I was like, I would like to purchase your couch. So dude's like really upset by now. And he looks behind me and he's like, ma'am, is she with you? And I turned around and I kid you not, there was an Indian auntie right behind me, like, sorry, the whole deal. And she did the little head waggle. And I was like, oh, good God. Now I got to do the whole thing in an Indian accent. I got to keep it like super, super authentic. So I was like, hello, auntie. And she was like, hello. And then I was like, I want to buy the couch. And she's like, okay, let me tell him. So she goes over to the dude and she's like, she would like to buy the couch. So she's poking at the couch. And I'm like, oh my God, this is Indian auntie, which means this is not like a 2-minute transaction. She's going to want to adopt me now, which happened. So she was like, come with me. I'll show you where the lentils are. They have such a good deal here on lentils. If you want to. And so she took me around the freaking store for the next hour telling me about where all the good deals are, because one thing about aunties is they are very thrifty, like super thrifty. And so she wanted to tell me like how to save money. She was convinced I'd only been in America 5 minutes. And so she was like trying to be my cultural broker. And so I ended up buying the couch, but I also ended up buying like 5 pounds of lentils, a bunch of garlic, a bunch of spices, some of which are still in my closet. Like it's a cupboard, right? In America, it's not a closet, but they're still in my cupboard now for who knows how long, because nobody's going to use 10 pounds of turmeric, honestly, really. But I really enjoy using that Indian accent because it makes me happy. And I think my time is up. Am I right? All right.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
see you later.
All right. Well, you guys give it up for Faryad. Did I pronounce it right this time? All right. I think I did. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Again, the Backline would like to give a special thank you to Taylor Grote, Brett Mins, and Hildebrand, Mark Ward, and Millie Worthington, and Price Comstock. Thank you guys from the Backline and from us. This next person coming up is Ian. Ian, are you ready? Hell yeah. You got any hostages back there? What the fuck is this? What's going on, man? All right, never mind. Go for it. Yay.
Hi. It's me, Ian, from South Dakota, drinking PBR. Can't see that. And more PBR because there's only one thing to do in South Dakota, and that's drinking. And the only thing to do is drinking is because we made everything else illegal, which is fucking stupid. I fucking hate this state, man. I fucking hate South Dakota. Fuck South Dakota. Just fuck South Dakota. I was born West River in Omaha, and fuck South Dakota. Oh, yeah, the whole fucking coronavirus thing. It's got me feeling sad. So I'm gonna say some depressing things. actually do have hostages here, and if you don't give me $1 million, I will start shooting on alphabetical order. I eat Taco Bell so often that normal food makes me sick. I was just figuring out how women worked and how to get sex on the regular, and then this coronavirus thing happened, and I'm back to being lonely. So another thing South Dakota doesn't have is people who get racist jokes because they're all white. And white people don't get it, racist jokes. So, I'm going to tell some racist jokes because there's brown people on chat and they get my jokes. I wish black people knew what it was like to be white. I wish they knew what it was like to see a cop and feel safe. I wish black people knew what it was like to have an apostrophe in their first name and get a job at a bank. And I wish black people knew what it was like to get their drugs at a pharmacy and not from the CIA. I miss the live audience. I miss the people. What I don't miss is having to drive 3 hours to do stand-up in Omaha and have people mispronounce my last name. I think you pronounced it right, Ollie. I think. Did you even say my last name? I don't even remember. Too much on. You're not even gonna try. I don't blame you. Everyone butchers it. Like, no one will ever say it right. I guess I should just die. Here's one last racist joke before I jack off. What do white people and antibiotics have in common? They both destroy cultures. All right. How much time do I have left? I'm done? Okay, yeah. I'm out of here. I'm Ian Ryland Smith. You can find me on socialist media. I make memes sometimes. Later.
All right. You guys give it up for Ian Ryland Smith. Roland. Who gives a fuck? You live in, what is it?
Right.
South Dakota?
It's
South
Ryland
Dakota?
Smith, and I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. All right. Well, Ian, good job tonight. Let's keep the same energy going. It's crazy out here. You guys don't know. These comments are fucking going crazy, bro. Look, this is your audience right here. All right. So this next guy coming up. Actually, it's a lady drinking wine. Damn, she's fine. Give it up for Annalise Wright.
Hey everybody. I'm out here drinking wine, like probably the rest of you moms are out there because you need it to get through the day. So, fun fact about me, my name's actually supposed to be Jesus because my parents are Mary and Joseph. So, Ali kind of introduced me wrong. Sorry, Ali, you screwed it up a little bit. Also, I'm a single mom, which means a coffee shortage would make me run in slow motion. Also, I have to wear mascara so I don't look fucking bad when I go to work. But who goes to work anymore? Anyway, as a single mom, I developed a superpower. It's picking up men. I lifted my kids so much, like a dude is nothing. Nothing at all. So sometimes I do the online dating thing, but that's a little bit scary right now because when a dude ghosts me, I don't know whether it was because like he didn't like me or because he got intubated. Think about that if you do online dating right now. And even if that is Tinder, that's when my 3-year-old shit on the floor. When I tried to sneak a guy over to make out with him, that's when I remembered. Oh, yeah. Duh. It only takes my 5-year-old about, 30 seconds to turn on the gas stove and play What Burns. Yeah. Don't ask me how I know the firefighters in my neighborhood are hot, but they are. And then I don't have any time, clearly, to do this online dating thing, which I shouldn't be doing anyway. But I decided to set up a Match.com profile. I thought I said at least, no time to date. Let's hang while I clean. So a couple dudes came over. And they were kind of pissed that my outfit was more like Mary made than French made. And then I went back and reread my profile. I'm dumb as fuck, guys. I actually wrote, no time to date. Let's bang while I clean. Yeah, that was not a good move on my part. Anyway, online dating sucks. But before all this, the reason I'm online dating, I went through a breakup. Yeah, it was due to sexual incompatibility. I'm into men. He was into guns. I thought the bathroom was a really odd place to keep magazines about guns. But then I realized they were sticky. No, that was terrible. So one day I found him in the basement. He was just cleaning his gun real good. Oh, yeah. He was really enjoying that. And I said, oh, no matter how much you do that, it's just not going to come. But, you should try rubbing me like that. He didn't. So I left. So now I'm going to leave y'all with something new I wrote this week. So once I thought Ryan Gosling was flirting with me, he said, hey, girl. I was like, oh, my heart almost melted. I was like, hey. He was like, no, not you. Your little daughter was waving at me. Anyway, thanks so much, you guys. Now back to Ali. He's doing a great job hosting tonight, and there's a lot more great stuff to come.
All right. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm doing a good job. I'm mispronouncing names, but English is a second language to me. So unless your name is Ali Abdizar Karim Hassan Jasmine Patlawi, I can't pronounce it really. This next guy coming up, this is the first time I've seen him. Actually, Carl, are you there, Carl? Okay, Carl's not there. This next guy, I've never seen him before. First time. You guys, please give a warm welcome for Rico Valentine. Rico, you there? Will the real Rico Valentine please stand up? All right, there he is. Unmute yourself.
Can they hear me? Okay. Yeah, I used to perform a lot in Omaha back in like 2015, 2014, back when I lived out there. Currently living in the Miami area now. Yeah, man, just been stuck in this damn quarantine. I was thinking about considering getting a haircut, but they didn't close down all the clubs. They closed down. They even shut down the beach, bro. Like, how am I supposed to kick it out here? And I can't even go down to the beach or nothing. Can't go to the club. Can't mess with none of the white girls. Like, it's just all bad, man. And it's not like, there's girls period down here ain't like girls in the Midwest. Like in Omaha, it'd be like out of every 10 girls you run into, it'd be like one out of a group of 4 that look good. Fran just keeps those girls around just to I don't know, boost her confidence or whatever. Meanwhile, the rest of them is just terrible, awful. horrible. But to be that one, you know what I'm saying? It's not really like, I don't know. It's like a different kind of ethic out there compared to out here, where it's like you meet them down here and like like the whole group be fine in the mud. You know what I mean? It kind of throw you off, like how nasty they can get too. I don't know. It be kind of throwing me off sometimes. It'd be certain things I'd be wanting to say, but it's all good. I had a situation occur with me today. I left out into the abyss, and I was really just checking the mail, but I ended up locking the door, and there's nothing there. I don't know. The situation I hate the most is when you're like trying to pee, or like you have to pee, but you like have to unlock a door at the same time. I hate that so much. So much do I hate that. Like I hate having to, because it's like that key does not find its way into that hole when you're trying to like use the bathroom, or when you have to use the bathroom, you're trying to unlock a door. I absolutely hate that. It's one of my bigger pet peeves. There's been this, hold on, give me 1 second. So with every year I try to add like a new like sex move every year. Like last year I started putting my leg up on him, and yeah, last year I started putting my leg up, and that's I got some pretty solid results from putting the leg up. I ain't gonna lie, cause like I'm a big guy, so they don't be thinking that big guy could be acrobatic, and it's like no, I'm gonna get all kind of acrobatic on this pussy. Like you don't even know what I got in store. But every year I try to add like a new move. So this year, what I tried to I started to add where like now this is some exclusive game here, fellas. I want y'all to get hip to this. Okay, so when she lays on her back or whatever and she puts her legs up, there's this section of bottom booty that if you nibble on that bottom booty just right, now don't get too close, because that's still the danger zone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a delicate space, but if you can nibble on that bottom booty just right, the hills sing. I tell you what, Bub, I've been on that mountain and I didn't hear any singing. But yeah, I started nibbling on the bottom booty a little bit, and I got some pretty good results. I remember back when I was I think I might have been 21. I started doing this technique where I would look. How much time do we have on the or how much time do I have left on the musical? I don't want to go over the time. One more minute. Okay. Okay. I got a little something for y'all. Okay. So I recently joined the Black Men Don't Cheat Association. I don't get too excited. Okay. I didn't get accepted right away. I had to file an appeal. But once we got to review your file. After they let me in, I started to realize that a lot more of the other stuff was a lot more fun than everything else. Like lately, I've been big on like, how fun are you to be around after I bust my nut? Like what's your post-sex conversation like? That's so important. Like I was knocking down this girl from Omaha. She's gonna try to tell me how Omaha was more dangerous than Chicago. Now, keep in mind, there's like 15 real niggas in Omaha. Don't get me wrong. But I know 8 of them, and all 8 of them niggas don't like hot sauce on their chicken. So it's just something a little bit off about every black person that I've come across out there. Meanwhile, they robbing niggas for their coat in Chicago. You know how gangster you gotta be? Just be robbing people for their coat? Worst part about it, the nigga robbing somebody for their coat. They have a coat on. Like they don't even be cold. They just don't want to see you warm. Real haters out there, man. Is that time? Okay. My name is Rico Valentine. You can follow me on Instagram at Big Poppy Valentine. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Yeah. And yeah, you guys stay blessed, stay safe, and wash your hands.
All right. Rico Suave.
Rico Valentine, man, very funny. The shit that he said he put the leg up, that shit killed me. Yo, Dylan, you look like fucking Noah. All right, well, this next guy, he's very funny. Give it up for Todd Dillon.
I look like what, Ali, man? I've been out having a fire in the backyard all day. Man, I keep telling myself, all right, Todd, this is not at all what Anne Frank went through. It's bullshit, man. I got laid off. I just sit at home and bullshit. I'm hoping to get some socialism. I don't want Bernie in office, man, because I ain't got no job right now. And I work for the government, son. I don't even know if I'm saying anything funny right now because I've been drinking since noon and we about that life. Look, I know a dude that got jerked off by a girl that only had one arm. Single-handedly the best tug job he ever got. He didn't even want it. She kind of strong-armed him into it. And then he said, bro, on the other hand, I would have got nothing, right? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I'm looking back through my Facebook feed because I've been having some good jokes, I feel like, in the apocalypse. Hopefully I can find everybody's just wearing like what the fuck ever, right? Like we don't give a damn what we're wearing anymore. I hadn't wore buttons on my pants in like 7-8 days. We talking about. I wear jogging pants all day. I hope y'all are laughing, man, because if not, this is brutal. This is brutal. We got more Facebook jokes. I swear to God. Damn, what am I doing? I shouldn't have even got on this. China. Man, I was done. Here's the thing. I was done fucking with people anyway. I goddamn love this quarantine. I'm having a great time. I'm in my wood shop. I ain't worried about none of y'all. I'm burning shit in my backyard. I'm having a great time. Ali, your hair looks so goddamn good. Yeah, son. Me and Ali might have the best hair in Omaha's comedy scene. Could be. Look at this shit. This is dope. Can you believe I'm 38? I've been in my cups, motherfuckers. So I hope you had a good night. Ali, I'm sorry I'm fucking up your show, but I'm gonna get out of here, all right?
They're not fucking up anything, all right, Joe Exotic?
Take a hug on you again, Ali.
But I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, I do have good hair. You know who else? You know who else has really good hair? Is Don Seeger. Don Seeger has the greatest hair. You gotta mute, motherfucker.
All night, baby.
You gotta mute.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. Yeah. Anyways, man, you're a headliner for the night. You're a headliner for the night. This guy, all the way from Los Angeles, California, man. This guy is really doing it. Are you in California still? Shake your head. Yes? All right. Well, hopefully he doesn't have the coronavirus. Give it up for Alex Portel.
I'm Alex Portillo, and I live in Camarillo, California. So it's still daylight out here.
Sorry. I love you.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, this I'm here in Camarillo, California. It's still daylight out. Yeah, I'm Alex Portillo, and I live in Camarillo. It rhymes. All right. So I haven't really done a lot of stand-up comedy in a while because my life was going good. There's too many things going good in my life, so it's like, I'm not funny anymore. You know, it's like, I live in California. I have my own place to myself in like the suburbs. I work a corporate job. I make 6 figures. So like, there's nothing funny about that. So it's like, I didn't do comedy for a while, but here we are, right? It's 2020. the world's about to end. Luckily, I still have that corporate job, but I'm working from home right now. So I look like this. I normally don't look like this, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna be at home for a while. I'm just gonna like look like a weirdo. So here I am. I don't know if it's working for me, but who cares? I mean, nobody's looking at me anyway. I'm at home all the time. All right, so yeah, the other thing I got into other than comedy was I was getting back into music. So that was like one thing I was like doing, like, you know, in high school I was like a band geek and stuff. So a little bit of college. So I'm like playing in, you know, like different bands. I'm in like the community band here in California. It's a bunch of old people and teenagers, and then I'm like 35, so I'm still closer in age to the teenagers and the old people. So a lot of the old people think I'm still in school. So that's kind of funny. Like, oh, you're still in school? I'm like, I've been out a few years. It's like been like, I don't know, like 10 years since I've been in school. So let's see what's funny. Yeah, so I'm doing music, and I thought of doing musical comedy because I was also in like a musical improv group. I thought of doing musical comedy, but I don't know, you know, I'd be like compared to Weird Al Yankovic, and there's nothing wrong with Weird Al Yankovic. It's just that, you know, my fan base would be a bunch of 40-year-olds that live with their mom, you know. Out there. So anyway, yeah, what I was gonna say, yeah, this is going great. I haven't done this in like 2 months, so this is really great. Yeah, I guess that's all it is that I've been doing is just like working at home and doing meth. And by meth, I mean listening to jazz guitarist Pat Metheny. He's really good. Really, you know, never heard of him. Just watch the Weather Channel, Local on the 8s. That's my jam. And I think I'm going to call it there.
All right. Oh my God, man. I can't believe it. Well, we had like 16 people. It's crazy. We have people from all over. If you're still on this, please mute your mic. All right. Yeah, man. I'd like to thank everyone that went up. Brandon, Trish. Who else? Yeah, Brandon, Trish, Jeremy, Dylan, Josh, Zach, Isaiah, Matt Wedlock, Faryad, Ian, Annalise, and Rico, and Alex, and Todd. Come on, man. Come on. Anyways, you guys, follow the Backline for more shows like this, and yeah, hopefully next time you sign up for this. So have a good night. Bye, bitches.